Hello, welcome to the ChaChaChat of the 17th of June 2018. Happy Father's Day to you. And I just wrote a little blog post about Father's Day. I wasn't planning on writing one, but I felt inspired to. My father has been on my mind and in my energy a lot lately. And yeah, I wanted, I also felt like when I was wishing people a happy Father's Day, I know this is not always something that makes us happy, and not everyone has a great relationship with their father. Not everyone still has a father. The loss of a loved father can be really painful, even after many, many years. Being a father yourself, of course, that may also bring up issues. So it's not always joy and celebration when you say happy birthday. I hope for a lot of people this is a day of joy and celebration. But if this brings up hurt, issues, blame, memories, whatever, um, and that whatever didn't sound very nice. I didn't mean that it doesn't matter, but it can bring up. It can bring up so many diverse emotions in people. So the whole scale. Um, Perhaps today is a good day, even though it's a commercial day, and of course every day is Father's Day. But the energy of fatherhood, fathers, the theme of father is quite energized by people celebrating Father's Day. So it's a good day to work with these energies and, in your way, see if you can heal that part of you if it brings up pain and other issues. In that blog, I also wrote a few suggestions about what you can do, and I just hope it inspires you to not push away those feelings like we so often want to do, like, oh, I hate Father's Day, or my father, jealousy, resentment, whatever comes up, pain. See if you can change it this Father's Day. Heal it, or at least make a start, open it up so it can shift. And it can not only shift for you, but for your entire lineage. And yeah, that's what I wrote the blog about. It's all the work that we do in this life is not just to benefit ourselves. It's for a greater good. So if you don't want to do this for yourself, do it for all the people you love, do it for your family lineage, do it for the people around you. Be an example. And if you show up in the world a more whole person, that's of benefit to everyone you encounter. So that's all I want to say about it for today. I wish you a very good, healing, loving, forgiving, compassionate Father's Day. And I myself am going to make a soul collage card today. Somehow I haven't yet made a card for my father. I've been putting it off. I've collected many images, too many actually. They're never gonna fit on the card, and it's always the hard thing about soul collage, I think, is the selection to make things fit and not to overcrowd it. It's less is more. So yeah, I want to sit with that today and see if I can make a card for him. And I can make many more cards for him, but just make one at least today. I made a card for my mother quite easily, quite quickly. I made more than one, it turned out. I made another card that I thought was for myself, but when I read it, it was my mother speaking. So yeah, that's a really nice thing about soul collage. It's very how do you, it's laagdrempelig in Dutch. It's quite easy. It's not a high boundary to do. I mean, everyone can cut out images and put it on a piece of carton. And then sometimes for a lot of people, the trickier part is reading those cards. The I am on who process, as it's called in soul collage. But that's so important and so healing, and it can be so insightful if you speak through the card in the voice, in this case of your father. What does he have to say to you? Let him speak. That's all he wants. He wants to be heard. Do you want to listen? Or do we walk away? Close our ears. So if you are doing soul collage, I invite you to make your father card today from your community set. And I'm going to make mine. So first I'm going to finish this video, of course. And yeah, what's coming up this week? Solstice. It's midsummer in the northern hemisphere, midwinter in the southern hemisphere. And here in the northern hemisphere, it's the longest day and the shortest night. So this day, it's a good day to work with your sun sign, and because that has a lot of energy on the solstice day, it gets extra sun. And our sun sign, and most people know their sun sign. Our sun sign represents our ego, and now a lot of people think ego is bad. It's not. If you didn't have an ego, you wouldn't get around in this world. We need an ego, but the trick is not to let the ego run the show. The ego is our conscious mind. It's our mind. We are more than just our mind, but our mind is important. We need our minds to make decisions, to not always. I mean, you make decisions from your heart, but it's all an interaction. Being just living from the mind is not working. Is not a good idea. We all know these people. But also especially in like the spiritual new age movement, the ego has a bit of we want to suppress the ego. We don't want to give. And you know what happens to energies you suppress. So please do not fight the ego, but balance it. And yeah, it's our identity. It's how we project ourselves to the world. So yeah, that's our sun sign. And it's really, if we live, every sun sign has a positive and a negative characteristics, so to speak. And it's focus on those positive characteristics of your sun sign and really let them shine. Always, but especially this solstice. It's on Thursday, the 21st, and really, you become really enigmatic, really, people are drawn to you when you shine from your sun sign. And it's really important to keep your sun sign balanced. And yeah, so a little bit about people go like, I don't really see myself really, I don't recognize myself in my sun sign, or and what about my moon sign, or my how do you the ascendant sign. Now, your ascendant sign is really how you come across to other people, so how other people read you. So the sun is how you reflect, your ascendant is how other people see you, so how you come across, and yeah, how you reflect to others, so what you're sending. So if that is balanced, if you go from your positive aspects of your sun sign and they are received that way, then it's balanced. And your moon sign is more from your inner needs and your desires, your emotions. It's more that instinct part of you. That's your moon sign. So sometimes it can be challenging if the moon sign and the sun sign are really different. The way your ego projects itself and what your deeper needs are, these can be very tricky. So it's always good to know your moon sign, to understand what your deeper needs and desires are. So that's a little bit about astrology. So summer solstice. Yeah, have a good one. And really work with those strong energies and those sun energies, and perhaps make a bonfire. Yeah, midsummer. I don't. I'm not really. It always brings a bit of melancholia to me. The days are getting shorter again, and the nights are coming longer. It's the height of summer, and I am so well. It has no use resisting and focusing on the darker days to come, so to speak. I mean, fall will come, winter will come, and it's still far away. But enjoy every minute. Well, I am. I love summer. I love the warmth. I love the sunshine. I love the flowers and the greenery, and oh well, I'm repeating myself. I think I've been saying this almost every day now. And clinging to something will not make it last any longer. So I'm trying to make this brief so I can actually go outside and play outside in the sun. And of course, moontime is beautiful as well. I mean, yeah, all in balance. All in balance. Yeah, I wrote some things down because otherwise I forget what I wanted to say. Yeah, it's Sunday and I had a long weekend. I'm having a long weekend. On Friday, I went to the Spirits, Happy Spirit Days, with a soul collage facilitator, Soul Sister. And it's a relatively small, a little spiritual festival, and it's in a big house slash old farm, redone farm, in the middle of a small town in North Holland, and they have like a big backyard where they had sessions in the haystack and in the shed. There's a tent in the garden. So it was really, really small and really nice because I don't like big events at all. So this was really nice. I think the sessions were limited to like 40 people max. More didn't fit in. So not 40 people in total, but 40 people per session that you could sign up for. So yeah, we signed up for 3 sessions, and one of them was a Latifa prayer meditation, and it was accompanied by a woman playing the cello. It was really what I needed. I was so wired and so tired, and so was my friend. When we arrived at the festival, were both a bit overworked, overwhelmed. Yeah, so we were not very in a zen-like state, so to speak. But I just felt this was like longer than an hour, I think, the meditation and the prayer, and it was just really healing and beautiful. And I just felt myself merging. I was lying on the ground. I felt myself merging to the ground, and I just emptied myself. And the entire day was just affirming. So many synchronicities and answers answered in reflection with others. It was really interesting, and by the end of the day I felt so different. So it was really nice. I really had a wonderful day. And yesterday I visited another soul collage friend in more in the south of Holland, and she showed me around the place where she lives. So it was wonderful weather. We just spent the entire day outside, wandering the streets, talking. My voice still hurts. We had so much to catch up on. So it was a lovely day all around. So I had 2 beautiful days with 2 beautiful people. And yeah, today I decided I wanted to be here. Yeah, and sort of be quiet. Now I'm speaking, but I just feel an intense need for silence. There's so much going on for me. And I think this is also happening for a lot of people. To me, the energy feels so chaotic, and I feel so many impulses and so many things that really don't belong to me. And also, a lot of them do. But for me, it's so loud and it's so frequent, and that it's so hard for me to discern what is mine and what is other people's chaos. And I need greater clarity, silence, space. Um, Something needs to shift. It's just I just feel a bit what I wrote about. Also, it's about overwhelmed feeling. You just need to simplify and yeah, slow down, course correct, and let this storm, this chaotic storm, just wipe the plate clean and make it clear again. So I need to sit this one out in silence and listen and discern and not act in haste. And I feel so reactive at the moment. I'm not responding. I'm reacting, and that's all done because there's not enough silence and quietness inside me at the moment. And so, yeah, I'm taking days for myself to just be alone in silence, me time, and yeah, journey inwards into these darker places of my soul and these hidden places, um, where my pain and my fear is, and the things I've tucked under the carpet and hoped they would stay there. So yeah, I'm giving myself this time to be, and sow my seeds for my beautiful potential. And I trust that many beautiful creations will come forth from it, from a love and attention. They will not grow from overwhelming chaos. So, yeah, today I'm choosing to be alone in silence. Not at the moment, otherwise you wouldn't hear me speak. But otherwise, I'm staying in and yeah, connecting to myself. I will make a soul collage later, do some yoga, meditation, journaling. Yeah, and I feel inspired to say this to you. Gift yourself this gift of me time. And I hear you. Many of you have children, a family, busy social life, work. Um, but see, as you giving this gift to yourself, that you're also giving this gift to others. A happy, joyful, balanced you is a gift to others. And I hope you feel that, and that it makes it easier for you to choose me time without feeling guilty or that you're depriving somebody else your attention. Giving yourself full attention is also taking great care of others, because we don't exist in a vacuum. We exist in our connection with others. And when we are not balanced, we are not balanced in our interaction with other people. And I feel personally, when I'm not balanced, I don't really like how I show up. That part of my sun sign that is not so very nice shows up. That ego really becomes too big. So be kind to yourself. I wrote down some things. Yeah, always write a bit down. Like, it's not full script, but there's some words that I don't forget to say something. I wrote this down. I often don't even know what I wrote down anymore. I've also been contemplating, like, why am I doing these videos? Because writing comes quite easily to me, and doing these videos for me is still a bit of a challenge. But that's also why I'm still doing them. I want to push my boundaries a bit, and I want to learn. But yeah, often when I'm done with these videos and I read what I wrote down, I'm like, oh, I wanted to say that. And somehow it pops into my pen, but it doesn't always come out in words correctly. I wrote down here, it's my seeds of beautiful potential until I come out on the other side, free, wise, and full of creativity. Letting go, dying, and being reborn again. And that doesn't happen when we do and only focus on what other people need and want. And so it is. Let me see. Yes, before I go to our tarot time, on the 24th, so that's next Sunday, there's a soul collage workshop in Amsterdam. And it's soul collage combined with the tarot and numerology. And we'll be working with your soul card and connected to the major arcana. So if you're curious, you live in Holland and you want to be there, please let me know, and let me know before, say, Wednesday. Then I have plenty of time to do the numbers for you and prepare the handout I have for you, because I make a personal handout for everyone. And there's a little bitty, it's very easy, assignment connected to it, but maybe you need some time to prepare. So please, if you're interested, sign up before Wednesday. I'll post a link with this video and also on the website, www.joyincreation.com has more information about it. So that's my little how do you call it? My little oh gosh, my English, what's going on? I don't know. Well, you know what I mean. My little blurb, my little promotional speech, whatever. When I'm tired, my brain just goes to bits. Anyway, perhaps I should do a little nap first. I think I'll do a little nap outside in a minute. Just the night also. I've been dreaming so much lately. I wake up not really refreshed. I wake up like I've done a marathon, and it's been going on for a long time now, and I'm a bit, well, I'm gonna say the word, but yeah, I would love a resting sleep. And I know I have to set that intention before I go to sleep. And I do. Sometimes I forget. I just got home really late yesterday and I just sort of immediately went to sleep. So there's still too much going on in my head. I'm just been exhausted today. But when I'm exhausted, the good thing is that I'm more receptive as well, because all my guards are down. So it's often for me a very good day to do more intuitive work. Of course, with grounding and shielding in proper place. But it does make, because my mind is sort of tired, it makes my intuition a lot sharper. Because that loud voice, that ego voice, which we just decided we love, but it's just gone a bit like, I don't want to speak today, I'm tired. So that's good. Anyway, this video is, I was planning on making this a short video, and we're already at 28 minutes, so I'm going to do a quick tarot time. I asked for 2 cards, and for us today showed up, first card, is even kijken. That is the Hermit in reversed. Now, again, this is just wonderful. I just so love the tarot, because it's so fits what I was saying before. This card tells me that we are not taking enough time for personal reflection, to listen to our inner self, me time. Or this may apply to some of you as well, and you just feel what makes most sense to you, or you are turning into a hermit, and literally a hermit, too much. You're shutting yourself up from the world, cutting yourself off, and you actually take too much alone time and you don't interact enough with other people. So really feel what resonates for you. This is not a balanced hermit, that's why it's upside down. So a balanced hermit takes time to withdraw and listen to his inner guidance, his intuition, his higher self. But he does go out into the world to share and to interact. But he does take enough time to come back to himself. That's what the hermit does. The hermit doesn't close the door and doesn't interact with anyone. Well, that's the literal hermit, but the hermit, the balanced hermit, is not about that. So, but when he is imbalanced, he either is not, it's telling me that you're not being a hermit enough or you're being too much of a hermit. So one of these two applies, and well, for me it's I'm not being a hermit enough. Well, I am doing these, I'm at least trying to be a one day a week hermit, so perhaps that is enough, but I also need to be more of a hermit in my interaction to other people. I'm so much always focused on what other people want and feel and trying to feel what they feel, and that's simply tiresome. So I should really, in great respect to other people, but hold my space more. That's what I feel. And seek more silence. There's so much sound and noise and input coming at us during the day. It's just frying our brains. Quite literally, they are. So it's so important to replenish and to respect our inner hermit. But again, make it a balanced hermit. Hermit is not a bad thing. A lot of people don't like hermits. A hermit is quite a negative word, a negative association. Oh, you're such a hermit. What's wrong with being a hermit? It's beautiful. Hermits are wise. So that, and I asked for a second card, and it's the Ace of Cups. In reverse though. So the Ace of Cups like this. See a cup? And the cup. Yep, the cup is really about water. Water, emotions. So a cup filled with emotions. So it's filled with love and compassion. And it can overflow to others. So once your cup is filled, then you can gift your gift to others. Always share from a place of overflowing, not from a place of need, needing to fill your own cup. This often happens subconsciously. We don't do it. Some people do consciously, but most people do this subconsciously. They give, but they want something in return. So it's always loving with a hook. And this is a cup that's filled and it's ready to overflow. So this is really about love, compassion, a filled cup, filled, balanced emotions. Now, but it shows up upside down. So that makes me wonder, like, what have you repressed? What feelings? And is it time to release them now? Or it could also be that you feel void of feeling emotions. You feel this numbness. There's so much going on. There's like this roller coaster of emotions and up and down and up and down. It's almost hard to feel anything at all. I've spoken to many people also about this, that they just feel like they feel so numb, like in this void. like all these emotions have become too much, or responses to have a general numbness. It's gone up and down so many times that there's no more elasticity in this rubber band anymore. So yeah, you're either repressing all these emotions and they all come spilling out everywhere. They're not overflowing, they're like erratically bubbling everywhere. It's not a beautiful filled sense. It's just leaking. This cup is leaking. Yeah. So this asks me to be conscious of how you are feeling, and how you are feeling may be impacting your responses and your reactions. So if your emotions are balanced, you respond in a very different way than when you react from imbalanced emotions. And this can also be seen in your creations, in your manifestations. How aligned are you? And how balanced are your emotions? So, again, to what I was speaking to before, take this me time to become. I see everything in reverse on the screen. To become emotionally full and overflow. To take this. Sorry. Oh, this is not good for the right left brain. This. Nee, nee. So, oh, you understand what I'm saying. So, perfect cards again. And I just love, because really, I don't base what I speak about on well, of course, I do base. That's not, yeah. Really, my words just don't want to come out properly today. But I just love the messages that tarot gives and how much it supports um, what I try to convey to you. And that's also, of course, with the tarot. They're a tool. They're a tool to connect and to make it visible as well for you to see. And that's why I also love the tarot, because if you do a reading for a person, if I, little me, tells a person something, they can often say, "Oh, it's bull. You're just making that up." It's harder for people to accept them when they see the cards, and it's also for a lot of people to see it visually is easier, and for some people it's like proof, and they rather listen to the cards than to the one who's reading the cards. But it's always the same still. But yeah, I just love using this tool because to me it's so clear and it helps me tell my story. I love pictures, I love seeing things, and I love, um, yeah, I hope inspiring you by doing these readings. And I know I'm not a natural video maker or a natural speaker. Um, I much more prefer to write. Always have from when I was really, really young. Writing has never been the problem. It's always been the speaking part. Um, but you know, practice makes perfect, and I do hope I don't do these things just for myself to practice. I do these videos because I hope they inspire you, and yeah, I do feel that some of the things I